Alright guys, what a day. So, we got a $10,000 fine. Being overweight, my opinion, it was local traffic. You know, I did a pickup a quarter mile away, and then I was in everything was 10 tons, but I was in there picking up and it said local delivery, but because my GPS took me a different way out, that's the reason he gave me the ticket. He said because I should have went the other way. But my issue was I was in, and everything was a no truck route. Like everything was 10-ton limit. So the GPS literally took me the quickest way to my destination, which was that way. So we got $10,000 fine, and they impounded the trailer and can't go nowhere. I got 24 hours to pay the $10,000 fine. And it's Thursday or Wednesday. I need to pick up and get downtown. So see what's going to happen. See if I can get this trailer, see if I can get rolling. Car hauling's easy, huh? Going into them neighborhoods because I'm done. No more small towns for Hotshot. So we paid the ticket. Got it knocked down to half. So paid a little 5 G's to get my equipment back. Now we're going up here. We're going to pick the trailer up. Then we got to run 2 hours north for a pickup, and then go 20 hours south to Texas. So this was all supposed to be done Monday, but with the truck breaking down and, you know, the truck broke down, took my time, all that, I just so far behind it's not even funny. So we're pulling up here now. So if anybody's thinking about anything with Renfrew, Delaware, or Renfrew, Pennsylvania, they've got the biggest Ponzi scheme known to man. And you got a choice. You can either not get your equipment back, or you can, you know what I mean, pay all that money, get your equipment back, and give the town the only revenue they have. So, as a business owner, that's what you got to do. Alright, let me get hooked up, hit the road, and we'll be back. Alright guys, there everything is. And all this happened because I couldn't make a turn on a bridge. Yeah, it was, guess I didn't cut it sharp enough or something. But he did tell me that that didn't matter because there was a cop at the other side waiting on me to pull me over for being overweight on the road. Now, the issue with this whole situation, in my opinion, is there's no legal way in and out of that town. Every road in Renfrew is a 10K or 10 ton, but yet it used to be a oil town. So Pennsylvania is just a joke out here. You know, with it being the poorest town, I guess I see why they got to do what they got to do. And I even told the lady at the courthouse, this is the biggest Ponzi scheme I've ever seen. You know, you get up there to see a judge and they're like, oh, by the way, there is no judge. You can pay 10 grand, you can pay 5 grand, or you can wait 3 days. What do you do? So, and then in 3 days, you're still gonna have to pay because this is the revenue. They know what they're doing. So, all right, guys, we're gonna get on up the road. Fast and in a hurry, we got to go. So I will see you guys on up the road. All right, guys, what a day, what a day. We're finally parked, we're loaded, we got all 5 on, got the equipment back. You know, I'm gonna tell you right now what I think about the day, but it's, you just gotta be ready for everything, man. You've got to be ready for this game out here, and that's all it is. Us truckers, it's a game, cat and mouse. how far can we go without giving all our money to the state? And how much money can they get in one day? That's what it comes down to. So, you got to play to pay. Unfortunately, us business owners and commercial trucks, we're revenue. We're the only way they live, but yet we're the only way they live. So, take what you want from this day. I honestly really don't care. But I just put this out there because, me personally, I didn't believe you can give me a $10,000 ticket, tell me I got 24 hours to pay, and you take my stuff. Like, this is mine. I bought this. I own this, okay? I got a ticket. I'm cool with the ticket. Not really, but it's a ticket. I get it. But for you to confiscate my equipment because other people haven't paid. But then when I go in and read the real guidelines, it says I should have been given payment arrangements. He told me there was no chance for payment arrangements, that it all had to be paid in full. So, Steve, it's the turn. Let's get his name correct. I don't want to chop him up because I don't want to slander the guy. I wouldn't want the wrong guy to be accused of extortion. So let's get the right officer. Now that he's told me he's done this a couple times, a lot of times, and they've been challenged on this before. He even told me that. So, here's all my paperwork. Steve Setner. Steve Setner of the Penn Township Police. So we will be putting a report against him, but he doesn't care. You know why? Because he runs that town. He's the judge, the jury, the executioner, and he knows that there's no judge. There's this stamp here that the judge approved something, but there was no judge. And for you, those of you that think this is a joke, this here is my trailer. That's where they impounded my trailer. Oh no, that's where they released it. I'm sorry. This here is where it was impounded. Okay? And he didn't give me a ticket of the a thing of the breakdown. He wouldn't give it to me. It was $150 for every 500 pounds. And I will try to get a copy of this to show you guys. But there's a lot of stuff on here that is none of your business. But this here is where I got it knocked down. This is where we came out with a $5,173 ticket after I had to plead guilty. Now, I know people are going to say, well, you're a fool. You shouldn't have pleaded guilty. You should have waited. Blah, blah, blah. Got 5 G's on my trailer. I got a business to run. I got kids to feed. Is it moral and ethical what they did? No. Are you ever going to beat the government? No, you're not. So, it is what it is, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, but it's not over yet. Here's what I think of the day, right now. What up, what up? So, you know, as I think about this more, as I go over the actions that happened today, you know, it's nothing more than extortion and a Ponzi scheme. So, they took my truck, or took my trailer, loaded, told me, give me $5,000, or you don't get yourself back. So now, if this is really the law, the state of Pennsylvania has passed a law legalizing extortion. Now, if you put me out of service, that's one thing. If I go across the scale and I'm overweight, I get it. If I'm doing something knowingly illegal, okay. But I am a local pickup a half a mile away, and you're gonna tell me that I gotta give you $5,000 for a wrong turn. You know, and I got a paper here I'm gonna post up that they do this so often. They have a paper made up of what to do, how to do it, who to pay, where to pay, all that. And this guy knows that there's no judge. There's no judge in this town, except for every now and then when she's scheduled. Right? This cop is the judge, the jury, and the executioner. Right? So, as an independent trucker, how many people have $5,000 that they can just throw out right now? Not many. Me included. I mean, obviously, I had to pay it, you know, or what am I going to do? You know, I've got that much on the trailer, but that's beside the point. You know, it's right through Pennsylvania is targeting truckers. Take advantage of truckers. There is no reason for every road in that town to be a 10-ton road. There was no obstacles that had a weight limit that I couldn't get around. It was just, they don't want trucks on that road. But now let me tell you something. I understand apparently the government can't use their brain. But if you really want truckers to stay off the road, put a length restriction. If you tell me there's a 40-foot length restriction, what does that mean? Hey, bud, you can't make these turns. If you say, hey, 10-ton weight limit, except local deliveries or local services, well, guess what I am? I'm a local service. You had no problem. They had no problem getting me out of there. I drove right out. But yet it's a 10-ton weight limit? No. It's extortion. And the guy, the officer, is riding around with his buddy, putting all my information out there. You know what I mean? Like, that's not another officer in his car. Just a regular citizen riding around in the car. You know, so, guys, us as car haulers, we are targets for so many things. because we do what others don't. We're long. We go in a lot of residential neighborhoods. Now you see where one turn can cost you 10 G's. Now, yeah, I pled guilty and only paid 5. But you know what that did? That took my rights away. You give me 24 hours to make payment. That's not time to work on anything. You don't give me a trial. You don't give me a hearing. And he knew that. He knew what he was doing so much, he said, I don't want you to think I'm the judge, jury, and executioner. Oh, but you are. So, you know, we'll be making some calls tomorrow, and, you know, I may give it all up, but I have my camera rolling. You know, so I'm not going to put a whole bunch of stuff like that on YouTube right now, because I'm going to need that. But you guys be careful. They'll come after you for weight. They come after you for overhead. They'll come after you for length. We're an easy target. The American trucker went from the backbone of America to the paycheck of America. They don't want to pay us crap. Oh no, we can't pay you no money, but we can take your money real quick. You know? So, just be careful with what you're doing, where you're at. You know, and now this really does a lot for me, because I don't know which way to go from here. Because I'm not interested in business-to-business car hauling. I'm not interested in auction hopping. Not interested in new cars. Nor am I interested in $10,000 tickets. Because a town is broke, they don't know how to run an economy, and they got to use the truck drivers. So, I don't know what to do from here. I don't know which way to go. I don't know, do I keep hauling cars? Do I go haul something else? I mean, I just really don't know yet. You know, I really contemplated not getting a trailer back and selling the trailer. But it's loaded. You know, I can't do that to the customer. So, you know, everybody wants to be their own boss, which is cool. But it's not a joke. Like, when I tell you, you better save your money, you better save your money. Like, what would you do in this situation? Are you going to fight it? Are you going to drive home with your tail between your legs because you don't have the money? Do you have a line of credit?
Keep right.
Because this town doesn't even take credit cards. They don't even take credit cards. We had to go online to pay this. You know, like, this district magistrate is in the same building as a doctor's office. You're in the magistrate, which is nothing more than an office building, and you're listening to a counselor with a patient through the wall. Like, the place is a mess.
Continue en route.
But, you know, we're going to see what happens. But, if you got any small town pickups, you might want to really think about it. Now, unfortunately, if I keep doing this job, I'm going to have to keep running this. Now, granted, I've been doing this 3 years and I have 1 ticket. But I'm not willing to pay $1,500 a year in these kind of tickets to do my job. That's not the cost of business. So, I don't know what to do, where we go from here. We'll see. I mean, right now we're gonna roll down the highway. We're gonna make some money, but we got decisions to make. But hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you laughed your ass off that I got a 10G ticket. And I tell you what, nothing surprises me anymore, guys. Absolutely nothing. Tell you what, when you hear this wind ripping through this truck tonight, it ain't never like this. Pretty bad tonight. But alright, we're gonna go on down the highway. We're gonna keep rocking. And I know the belt ain't on. I didn't want to hear it today. So, y'all need anything, holler at your boy. It's what it is. Let me know in the comment, what do you think about today's, interactions with Mr. Officer? Now, I know I didn't get all the, I'm not showing all the one-on-one, interactions, just because I don't want that on YouTube yet. That's something that's going to have to, come out later on. But y'all seen the paperwork, you seen the nonsense. It is what it is. So, alright guys, like, share, subscribe, hit that ding ding, and I will see you tomorrow. Peace.